Yeah, we talked about this potential for a late surge into the European Championship field, but it looks as though it's going to well and truly hit the buffers today. Quarter-finalist in Budapest, third-round appearance in Belgium, but it looks as though it will be just the £2,000 on the European Order of Merit for Rusty Jake Rodriguez, and into his bank account as well, of course, but that will not be enough to get him into the field for the European Championship in Dortmund at the end of October, unless something spectacular is forthcoming.
This isn't bad, is it?
127.
Should get him 2 darts for a 5-0 lead, unless the big fish. Well, there's no chance this goes. Behave. Oh, I didn't mean miss it by that much, Rusty.
Rolling required 58.
Well, it would have been a nice way to make some sort of impression in this one. But even that opportunity has passed him by, and that's more like it from Rob Cross. Rob Cross, one of only 3 players, by my reckoning, who is currently in the top 10 of the Order of Merit, the Pro Tour Order of Merit, and the Players' Championship Order of Merit as well.
By and large, he's been very consistent this year, and he'll tell you that he's actually benefited from not being involved in things like the Premier League and the World Series. It's been the kind of routine that he had in his first year or so playing PDC darts, where he enjoyed such incredible success, of course. Speaking of incredible success, that's a 174 for Rusty Jake.
Yes, turn around, young lady, and watch this, because Rusty Jake Rodriguez is on course for a 13-darter
140.
to back up the break of throw, and 5-0 becomes 5-3, swelled by a group of people wearing those hooped shirts, Breton shirts, seafaring shirts. There's the, I called it a bear yesterday. I got chastised this morning for...
Well, it's obviously not a bear, is it?
Obviously not a bear.
You've been coming here year after year, Rob, and talking specifically about that monkey. And while we all know... Well, we all know that you have something of a prejudice against the Barbary apes. Forget about that, because Rob Cross might win this on 161 on the bull. Ooh.
136.
Well, it's a third match dart missed by Voltage. But he's going to get loads and loads more.
I suspect he won't want to hang around too much longer, because he will be slightly frustrated that Rodriguez has put 3 legs on the scoreboard, but that will be the extent of the fight back, because Rob Cross has held on. Even after he came through onto the Pro Tour, he came second behind Rob Cross on the Challenge Tour, didn't he? That's how he got in the first place. And not long after that, he was saying, you know what, I feel like I'm potentially a top 32 player. And now he's there. You look at him and think, well, you could argue he's at times playing like a top 4 player. You know, some of the averages that he produces.
When he's in full flow, he's different class, isn't he? And he kind of... In 2 years into that tour card, his tour card was actually looking at the back end of the year. He may lose it, and then from there he had a great run. He's never looked back, and he's always in the major events. And just would like to make a little bit more impact. He lost in the first round of Blackpool as well this year to Dirk van Dijvel. That was a really good tie. But started well here. You'd fancy this now.
Oh.
8-8 for Searle. Brilliant. He's been really good, hasn't he? He's been very impressed with Ryan, and sometimes he can get a mixed bag out of him on the European Tour in particular. But O'Connor is forcing the issue. He found a 180 in the previous leg. He's finding one here, but against the darts. He needs breaks, but he doesn't need this. How easy did that look?
Well, that's a sickener for O'Connor, because he knew there that he was in good shape. He just registered a ton 80. He was in a relatively good position in terms of potentially getting the break back, but Ryan Searle right back at him, and he's down to 142. 65-08. Yeah, sensibly done. Beautiful setup.
He's played a really good game, Ryan, hasn't he? 4 from 6 on the doubles. We call it 102 average. And going one away, potentially, with a clash with either Peter Wright or Craig Galliano. Tops. There it is.
O'Connor just having no joy whatsoever on the Searle throw.
Order and Merit. I think we concluded it was Jamie Lewis and Steve Beaton, wasn't it?
Beaton won one as well. It was when Beaton was one of the early winners on the European Tour.
It's very unlucky for Steve Beaton, but Steve Beaton's had a lot of luck this weekend. Got a bye yesterday. And we'll play Michael Van Gerwen tonight. He's in the corner. Isn't done yet. Big test for Richie Eddowes, and that's the final match of the day. William O'Connor is getting a chance here to claw one of those breaks back.
Nicely poised, this one. Searle waiting on 47 after that visit. O'Connor looking at 68 now. And he's got one dart at that big red button in the middle of the board, and he's off target. He's hit the single one.
That could be it for a cap off a fine display from Ryan Searle here. Tops, he's been clinical on the doubles. Is he going to be clinical again? He is, and that's an impressive performance from Ryan Searle. He's been a bit stop-start on the European Tour stage this year, but he's sent out a marker there. It was here where the curse started, curse of Ross, which is it's actually a real curse, not that green jacket stuff that Paul Nicholson goes on about.
122.
Dave Chisnell.
Dave acquire 160.
He's got more titles in him, and if there was any sentiment in the game, he'd get a major title, Dan, wouldn't he? But
100.
unfortunately, there is no sentiment in sport. He's got to make it happen.
Yeah, I'd never rule it out, but it is very, very tough. Bullseye. Another stop and a pause. It worked for him last time. Smaller target this time. Does not matter. Wesley Plies here with a 1-2-6.
Be a bit of an insurance policy coming in here as well. He's got 6 starts at 167. Stay up there. And that'll be for treble 17, you'd think. Brilliant. How impressive has he been in this match?
How impressive has he been all year? Every time we see him, you come away from it thinking there's a player there.
He doesn't play bad, Dan, does he?
Yeah.
If you make play well, you're going to make yourself difficult to beat. And Dave Chisnell's finding out the hard way here. This for 5-2, but for a double break. And he's in touching distance of Dortmund. Oh, this is big. Oh, first wobble at a key time.
Well, this time, Dave Chisnell is allowed a shot.
20 for tops, but can be awkward. You see Daryl Gurney adopt the stacker dart now, I call it. He just lands it flat in the board, but Dave Chisnell moves along. That's a big moment in this match. That winning event, he's pretty much taken every opportunity he's get. He's grabbed it with both hands. He's gone on a good run, hasn't he?
It's only in his home country where he's beaten by Gilding, and Gilding averaged 99 in that game to Wesley's 95. And only early exits.
Yeah, and the home crowd, sometimes a bit of a weight of expectancy, but Dave here rushed that last start, but he's got time. Plies has just got to get himself ready, you feel, for the next leg. He's thinking now, kicking with a ton 40 in the next leg.
140.
Well, that at least gives Dave a little tap on the shoulder. Ooh. Little nervous look at the scores. And it'll be very nervous now because Wesley Plies here with a ton-plus checkout. He's already had one in this game. This would win him the match, set him up a potential repeat with Luke Humphries, and get him to the European Championships for his debut there. And he will get a match start surely. Double 16 is the target. He stops, he pauses. It worked for him twice before. And it works again! Wesley Plies here! With no Euro tours, then getting up on a stage, playing in front of the cameras, playing in front of fans, can feel an alien experience.
And as he said about making hay, this is it's an opportunity. Now Lowe's here to just put some ranking money on the board. You look at his order of merit position as well. In the 50s bracket, he's looking over his shoulder.
Now then, needs to find a treble. Doesn't rescue it. At the very least, he should have had a dart at the bullseye there, but he's not managed to stay straight. And that 180 from Dirk van Duijvenbode
54.
Bought him a chance to hit back immediately.
Yeah, big deep breath from Dirk as he steps up.
Only
with one dart at tops, and that's an 11 darter to hit back. And it's so often about the timing, and when Jason Lowe's had the chance to make his move, he's not really done so. But he's getting away with it so far. He's still in touch at 2 apiece. And even now, he's still got half a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Back up to the 20s now.
59.
He does get to a finish, but very much of the box seat in this leg. Finds his way to the 54. He can. Double 16. 15 darter. Tunnel plus check out. First of the match. 3-2 Dirk van Dijvenbode.
There was a piece of toast, there was a croissant, there was a slice of cheese, there was a fried egg on that plate.
There we go.
That's a mixture.
The breakfast inspector has logged on.
41.
This is the sort of detail that people want to know. They want to, if they want to emulate.
This is the sort of detail people are getting. Whether they want it or not is a completely different
Any
question.
young aspiring players out there who want to emulate Van Dijvenbode and the giant strides he's made over the past 2 or 3 years, that's what he has for breakfast.
There we go. Well,
never mind your shredded wheat.
He's just produced his second 180.
66.
Again, Jason, it's just some loose darts here and there for Jason Lowe. He is better than yesterday, but it doesn't look like he's good enough. Because that is a 14 darter. Dirk van Dijvenbode has gone from being in a battle to being in control. Oh, he's staying up.
140.
Okay.
Yeah, and to good effect as well. 2 darts away, maybe an 11 darter to round things off for Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Yeah, would be his second 11 of the match. But that is a fabulous shot from Jason Lowe. Just to remind him, the game isn't won yet.
Misses the treble 19 that would have left double 16. Still the door open for Jason Lowe here.
61.
Hitting a double to
Jason
leave a double.
requires 64.
Very Jose de Souza. Look at this for a level game. Oh. Jason Lowe with a 14 darter. Back from the dead. Can Jason Lowe do the same?
Ah.
No, he can't.
45.
Well, that was his downfall at the midway points of this match when Dirk was able to kick on those visits without a treble.
65.
Right, leaves 80. A 2 treble visit here for Jason. And he's still got a chance. Dirk is going to get a match dart, maybe a couple. He probably needed a second one. 133 looks an awfully tall order if he's allowed to go.
93 would have been manageable, and here we go, just 1 dart at tops for Dirk van Dijvenbode, and he's missed it, and yeah, that could make such a difference for Jason Lowe. If he was looking at 93 here, 2 dart combination, you'd fancy his chances. 133, a huge tall order to save the match, but you never know.
Oh, and that's as much reaction as you'll get from Jason Lowe. He nearly stole this away. He might yet, but Dirk has got to miss 3 for the match. And he does not miss any more.
Yeah, a little bit of an advantage. It could do with being a bit wider as far as he's concerned. 2-3-3. Let's see what he does here. 2 trebles from here would be significant.
He disappointed if he doesn't find another one off that first dart. You can see from the camera angle we got there how it opened the bed and then follows in. Noppert's going to get a shot to lead for the first time.
Yeah, that's what he'll be looking for as well, that treble 19 to start things off. 2 dart combination incoming here for Danny Noppert for the break of throw. Finds the treble 19, back upstairs for double 18. Oh, beautifully done. What a sublime 14 darter that was.
But Joyce is going to get a poke here at 1-3-2, but what pressure you'd expect Danny Noppert to lay this up. Just what sort of shots are you going to leave? So far. Yeah, good last one. Yeah, he enjoyed that dart, didn't he?
Yeah, that could be the difference. That's going to just cast a spell of doubt in the back of the mind of Ryan Joyce. Treble 19, though, is the target. And that wasn't a bad mark of that first 25 as well, had he had the opportunity for the bullseye. As it is, he's now reliant upon mistakes once again. Another 2 dart combination incoming here for Danny Noppert. Let's see how he fares with this one.
He's done convincingly. He's not going to do it in 2 darts this time. Double 7. Massive part of the match, and Noppert's up to the task again. That's a heartbreaker for Ryan Joyce, who played a great leg.
1-2-5 for Joyce to level at 5-all. There's the 25.
Can't find the treble, so Noppert's going to get a go at 108. But he's had a good go here, Ryan Joyce. He may get another chance in his legs. Not a great setup for Ryan. But Noppert, treble for the double. Can't find it. And Joyce, who's hung around in this match, is going to get a chance to put us back on throw. And he would have the darts
52.
in the deciding leg if he gets rid of this 73.
All about the first dart.
Sorry, 18 for
18.
double, yeah, sorry. Brilliant.
Oh, look at that, he landed it in the impression that was left on the board from the previous one. And my goodness, that's excellent play from Ryan Joyce.
This is big. And Noppert's making his move. Treble 17. This will hurt. But still hurts a little bit. This is a big ask for Ryan Joyce. Couple of treble 19s maybe. And it's not going to go. Noppert's going to get a chance of the match.
Well, he may be a World Championship quarter-finalist, but he's never made the final day of a European Tour event, Ryan Joyce.
Just double checking. 85 left for Ryan Joyce. Sorry, 95. 69 scored.
136.
And he's waiting on a double.
And he requires
Over to Danny Noppert.
On the shoulders of Danny Noppert, just having a little check of the scoreboard to see exactly where he and Ryan Joyce is. Thought for a moment he may have had a query there, but that looks to be in order. 74, 20 for tops. Simple formula here for Danny Noppert. Match start for a 6-5 win to make it a hat-trick of victories for the Dutch this afternoon, and it's not to be, and Ryan Joyce will return looking at double 19. He could entertain the idea of splitting this because he loves double 16. It's a big question that he's got to ask himself.
It looks like he is splitting. Oh, 28 remaining. Apologies. And Ryan Joyce closes out victory, and that is a massive victory for Ryan Joyce. The best one was when I qualified about an hour ahead of everybody else because John Parr being disqualified and made me feel about that. I'd have obviously beaten John Parr, but not to play him. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, the qualifiers, not everybody's cup of tea, particularly Dan Dawson's, but it offers a massive opportunity.
And certainly at the match play, it did look like José de Sousa was getting back into his title-winning form. As you say, a disappointment at the Grand Prix, but Adrian Urs was excellent against him. But you don't expect it to knock him too much.
93.
I learned something about José yesterday as well, regarding the Grand Prix, as he eyes up double 19. And there it is. Well, his best work in this game so far is on that 19 segment. Whether it's at the very, very top end of professional darts, or the guys a bit further down looking to establish themselves and save their professional status.
Yeah, you summed that up well there. Literally, there's something on it for every player, isn't there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Whether it's like you said, the top players want to keep the form going. You know, Michael Van Geeren, Gedwin Price, Peter Wright, we're calling the big three. If they draw each other, you want to just beat them, and you take it into the back end of the year. This for 4-1. Lucky.
120.
Yeah, it's an exciting time of the year, particularly those last two in Barnsley. Where you're looking at your result, you're looking at someone else's who's close to you in the table.
Double 16. And Roby John with a ton-plus checkout. We've got a real game on here. There's more than one way to win a game of darts, and just, changing up the rhythm of the game, getting the crowd involved. You've got to back it up with good darts, of course you have, and that's even his manager, when he started doing that little trick, was saying, don't do it, Roby, it doesn't work for you. But I think it kind of does. Seems to relax him, and he's on a potential 11 darter here. I mean, it may not matter, because José can wrap it up on the ball with a 161. Oh, match start missed by José de Sousa.
What effort. What a leg this has been. His keeper's going. Top stops maybe. Right. His reaction was miles away. It wasn't that far away, but it's a good effort. But it could be his last darts because José de Sousa for a place in the last 16. Stood in now, just stepping back. Double 8. He's been the better player. Can he make that count? It has done. A really good game, played in good spirit. Good run again for Roby John Rodriguez. Good to see him back.
Perfect first start.
100.
Away with a ton 40. That combination that Damon Hetter's got of the quite heavy, thick barrel, but a very long point. It means that there's a lot of metal there he can use, but he's not obscuring much of the bed he's going for. It's a nice combination for him in terms of finding ways to hit lots of 180s, and he does. He's been hitting an awful lot of 180s this year.
Yeah.
61. 140.
Well, that might be too little too late for Dobie as far as this leg is concerned, because Heta once again unerring on the finishings. Well, a chance for Dobie to put another one on the scoreboard. It would just be a hold of throw, so
88.
just another concern that it wasn't fluid from Dobie though. It was again a little bit stop-start.
100. Fissy required 57.
Well, I suspect, Chris, this is going to have to go. 2 darts at double top. Yeah, he doesn't like that one bit. That's a long way inside. Double 10, lots on this one as well. And once again, Damon Heta's just been ushered towards the finish line, maybe in this particular leg as well. Another break of throw incoming potentially. Just a single, so that leaves the bullseye.
60. Fissy required 10.
Awkward. Well, he
Now he hits a double.
Okay.
He nearly did that earlier on when he wanted the 25.
Back
Double
there.
2, 2, double 2. Yeah! It's easier to hit a double when you've got a guide in there, isn't it?
The world is watching. To leave double 12. Oh, beautifully done.
Keegan Brown's enjoying himself.
Yeah, no involvement, further involvement for Keegan this weekend. Oh my word!
Damon! What are you doing? The blunder from down under. Busts 180, and Chris Dobie, no pressure on him as he picks up another leg. May need to take it out because Chris Dobie is going to be on something useful here. Maybe double 15.
I'm not sure that was the way to go, but anyway, he's left himself a 2 dart combination. It's very manageable. 147 is not going to happen for Heta here. And if Dobie can establish a new highest checkout on the match, we are going all the way. 85 is the target, looking at the 19s. Two missed darts at double 14 to take us into a decider.
So double 8 for 6-4. Looked like it was going to be a procession for the Aussie number 1. It is anything but, because that is 3 match darts missed by Damon Heta, and we might be going the distance.
3 missed match darts, all at double 8s. 3 missed opportunities on double 14. Has to switch now to double 7.
14.
And Damon Heta somehow has another go.
He's had 3 goes at it, and he was close with a couple. That's as close as you can get. Oh. There's quite a wall to bounce off there. And he just glides it in. At the 6th time of asking, Damon Heta manages to pin the match dart.
Sudovic.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if he
60.
If he turns up today, I think.
If the same version turns up as last night, get him pricing for a game.
Well, 45 left double 12, that leaves double 6. Now, Aspinall will just have to tread carefully here. Van der Voort is looking at 130.
He's not going to take the 130. Disappointed. You always fancy yourself to get that dart at least at the ball. Aspinall to level up, but this is awkward. Straight at it. Yeah, why not? And now. Overcommitted, but the setup not great from Vincent. Off 130, you've got to be leaving a bit better than 97. If he takes the 97, it's a pivotal moment in the match. Top to Van der Voort.
Yeah, all about the first dart, and he took care of business with that treble 19, moves upstairs for tops. No messing about whatsoever. We spoke earlier about two dart combinations. Van der Voort with an excellent example there, 97, no bother whatsoever. And Nathan Aspinall, you know, he's looking agitated and frustrated. There we see he's single 3 with the first dart, single 20 to back it up, and a treble. What I mean, I'm just lost for a. It's
just one of those performances, a flat performance from Nathan, and as good as he's been last week, he'll admit he's having a bit of a shocker here.
98.
Just catching up with him, do you think?
Well, possibly. These games happen, and it's how you dust yourself down. I mean, it's looking like he's going to go and be beaten here, but he needs to go again then in the next event, Aspinall.
45.
Well, he's filled it up on the treble 5, which just about sums up his afternoon so far.
Look at Vincent. On 18, no pressure, doesn't even have to worry where this goes. No pressure and in dreamland. 5-0. Vincent will be quietly confident he's getting 6 minimum of this. He'll hope he won't need him, he may not. Another one of them. Just round it off.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit careless.
Nathan, you require 170.
Well, this would be a break of throw, and this might just add an element of intrigue to the final match of the day. It's been a very one-sided match so far, but the 170 is not happening for Nathan Aspinall. He's gone into that treble 5 again. He's not going to fill it up again, is he?
That 170 shot was what won him his
85. Vincent requires 60.
senior TV title. But Van der Voort to wrap it up here, tops to close out a comfortable victory.
Well, 5 out of 7 on the double so far. Make that 5 out of 8. Well, make that 5 out of 9.
85. Gonna get a dart ball or double 5. Bullseye to stay alive. And he's
52.
pulled it
Vincent
low.
required 10.
Vincent's got a little bit of work to do. Double 5 a little bit awkward.
Can be. Doesn't want to be dancing all around the board on this one. Oh, if you're going to miss outside. They're not bad misses, but that's an awful one because he's come inside, and if he does get the chance to return, he'll only get 2 darts at a double. Aspinall gifted the route back in here. Double 8.
Can he take the chance? He can. It's a second leg on the board and a break. So Van der Voort not there yet.
$140.
One of those where I know people watching will be monitoring the in-play market on this one. It's one of those where you might just be tempted to have a look at Nathan at this stage.
Just based on what he was heroic last week. He's never out of the game, Nathan Aspinall.
I would be tempted. There's certainly an element of logic in doing this. Just a single 11, so bullseye. Oh, well, here we go. 1-2-1 check out on the ball. 5-0 becomes 5-3. Mentioned his good record here in Gibraltar. 2 times a semi-finalist, and he's still on course for a deep run this weekend.
He's upped it, Nathan.
Just completely transformed. I mean,
95. Nathan, you require 81.
We were at a loss to explain how he found himself 5-0 down. We're equally baffled as to how, well, not so much baffled, but you can just
49.
sense that once he got 2 legs on the board, the whole psychological complexion of this match changed completely. Double 16 is the target once again. Pressure though from Van der Voort to get down to 67.
He wouldn't mind banking that though for the next leg if this goes. Aspinall has done the hard work. Bounced out. I don't think it was in the double 16, but that one is. And we go all the way. Unbelievably, it was 5-0.
Wow.
Incredible. He's going to get a match start, Nathan Aspinall. And Vincent Van der Voort has wilted here. Feel for Vincent, but it's been an incredible display from Nathan Aspinall to finish it off, and what a comeback this would be.
70 away. Just taking a moment just to let the hush descend. Bullseye. Reaches the wire, leaves himself 25, and has to just hope and pray that Van der Voort does not pull out a showstopper with this set of darts, and he won't do.
He's got to hope for errors from Nathan Aspinall, but Vincent Van der Voort will not believe what's happened here. Half darts to win 6-1. He hasn't any more match darts since. Nathan now for a place in round 3 against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Got to compose himself. He's missed the chance. Unbelievably, Vincent van der Voort's going to get more match darts.
Well, I said both players would have match darts, and Aspinall has squandered 2 there. Van der Voort looking at tops, and he's got 2 darts in hand. He's missed 5 match darts already. Long time ago that was. There's a 6th, and there's a 7th. Well, it seemed like an eternity ago since those other missed match darts, but there's 2 more.
You never fancied Vincent there, did you? And this, to complete the turnaround, and to put Aspinall into the last 16. It's getting edgy, and he gets there in the end. What an incredible match. Vincent van der Voort will be devastated. He led 5 legs to 0.